All right, chat. It is time. It's a little bit later than normal because this season has been a roller coaster to say the least. I have not seen the game's meta change this many times as fast as it has in a very, very long time. And I think even from day one to day three to day five to end of week one, was very different. I think it's started to settle since then, so a little bit more comfortable now, I would say. But obviously, there's probably going to be parts of this that, like, if I had to say like this, if there's a tier list at some point that's going to be the least accurate long term, it's probably this one, because how much the game has changed and people are still discovering like new techs, new ways to play certain things. But I don't think there'd be massive changes, only like unless like something broken was found. It would be like small like up and down changes, you know. You missed Rogue. Yep. You're right. I missed Rogue. Is everybody else in order though? Oh, support pool down here. I think that's I think that's tank then DPS and support, right? All right. Okay. Shall lock in as we start with Captain America, who is easily S tier this season. Absolutely easily S tier this season. Okay, we done with the clip? All right. I think he's probably fallen down a little bit. I think the Thor team up is nice. But if I'm honest with you, unless you have the enhanced version, it's really not that great. Like, you really need the enhanced version. The enhanced version does feel really good. But then you're playing Thor Cap, which, granted, I like the combo just because of what they do. That said, though, they don't have a whole lot of synergy, at least at the moment. And Thor, I think, has actually fallen as the season's gone on. Like in the beginning, first day, second day, felt like a demon. Third day, fourth day, fifth day, just kind of like, you know, I'm gonna do a little bit of a bonus round here. I'm going to try to remember their team ups, and I will say which one is better. So there's two team ups for Cap. There's the Bucky one, which is where you can jump to your teammates or give Bucky a high five. This is the enhanced version. Or you can play the Thor one, which is like the throwing the shields. Actually, in a weird way, unless it's enhanced Thor, I actually think the Bucky one is easier to get. Like enhanced Bucky, you'll have a Bucky almost every game. So enhanced Bucky actually feels really good because you can jump to your teammates and you give them shield and you can actually kind of counter dive a little bit, especially when you're like your shield gets broken and you're getting forced out. You can also use it as like another jump. So like let's say you slam on the enemy, right? And you go for the combo, you try to kill them. You might run out of cooldowns. You might lose your shield dash and stuff like that, or bash. And you can actually jump to a teammate to get out. So it's another movement tool, which is kind of nice. The Thor team up, unless it's enhanced, just doesn't feel as strong, which is how much healing and damage is in the game right now. So I think he's fallen down a little bit. You know, early on, when I did the play test, I thought he might be a demon. And then I didn't see him for the first 3 or 4 days. And then he shot back up. Low key with the Phoenix team up? Low key? Actually, I think it's... Wait, what's his other team up? It's Phoenix and... There's a second team up he has that's also really good. What's the other team up? Blade. I think the Blade and Venom ones are both, like, kind of good. Like, how... Like, they're both good. But if you have a Phoenix on your team and you have Venom, so basically you proc the sparks. It's unbelievable. I've actually seen more Venom bans recently as the days have gone on. I didn't want to remake the ban list again, but I think I'd probably put Venom now, maybe over Phoenix as like a ban character. He's been damn good. Thor. I hate to say it. I feel like as the season has gone on, he's going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. At the start of the season, I had him probably about here or here. Like, he was like playable every game. Now he's like maybe not quite rogue level. Maybe here. And the reason why I'm going to say here is because you have to realize you don't use the Hela team up. Unless you have a Hela on your team, then you can use the Hela team up, I guess. But actually, the Angela team up is the way. So the problem with the Thor team up with Hela is if you die, like you get the res where you get 600 HP and then you die. If the Hela on your team gets a kill after you die, you don't get res. Like, it doesn't work how it used to. You have to get a kill while you're in that like death state, right? The reason why this can be a problem is, one, you die intentionally late. You kind of have to feed into backlines. You actually unintentionally bait your own team a lot of times, where, like, let's say you have a support player on your team and they see you deep and you've already died and you're sending it because you can't live, you can't get healed. The support player is going to turn the corner trying to save you, right? Because they think you're savable, because they see almost full HP and you're fighting, and they throw their abilities at you, and then they can't do anything because you're an anti-heal and you just die. And then they overextend, and then they die. So you bait teammates. A lot of times it's really hard to get that kill back there, especially if like supports are like healing each other, or if you get peel, and you stagger yourself. So it really kind of isn't great. Angela, though, gives you another movement ability, gives you another engage tool, which is very nice. And yeah, it gives you free Thor Force, yeah. But realistically, being able to engage, like, you don't have to shift in, right? Like, if you want to shift in on somebody, like, obviously, like, that's, people see you coming, right? You throw the spear, wait like a second or two. They're all like, oh, the Thor's in the corner. And then you go, and then you just like hop on them, right? Like, instantly they get caught off guard a lot harder. Same thing with escaping. You can use it as an escape tool as well. So I think it's actually very nice. I'm doing it. I don't care. It's the season of the thing. It's the thing season, baby. That guy's the GOAT this season. The Thing, you could play him almost anywhere. Exception, giant fucking red exclamation mark above my head. Punisher's in play. Penny's in play. Maybe Bucky. But mostly Punisher. Mostly Punisher. Mostly Penny. He is goated. You always take the Torch team up. And here's what the Thing gameplay looks like. Ding, 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 ding. As opposed to huh, ding, huh, ding, huh, ding. Like you are literally just throwing haymakers the entire time and you just hear the bonk. Unintentionally, though, it's actually been nice for dive players because Thing with the team up makes you want to punch their tanks a lot more. So if your backline's getting dove, you want to jump back to them and then start swinging at nothing, waiting for them to come in? No. A lot of things will just keep punching the enemy tanks. So because of how fun it is to just punch the other tank's lights out, you actually don't play Thing properly sometimes, and you let your backline get eaten. So it's like very weird, but it's funny. Magneto. I'm going to just say it. I think he's back on top. I think he's back to being the king. Both of his team-ups are phenomenal. If you have both not enhanced, I choose Wanda. If you have enhanced, you choose Emma. However, if you have enhanced Wanda, I'm already confused why we have a Scarlet Witch. They did buff the witch team up, so now that like the Kamehameha actually at full charge does like boop you back with like the other right click, like the normal mag cannon. But regardless, though, you just basically choose the Emma one. You pop your clone buddy, you walk into a corner, like you just like walk into the corner, you just like, you just like force yourself on top of your clone, and then you walk back out, and now you got like 2 shots at once, and it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I think Mag is almost always playable, especially with how good Punisher is, with how good Mag is, with how good Cloak is, how good Luna is, how good Bucky is. How good? Who else? Oh, we'll get there, but yeah. Penny Parker. Spider Islands? I don't know if Spider Islands is actually, maybe. But regardless, though, Penny is actually disgusting with the double Ness. I don't know. She's just so much better now. And I don't know if they fixed the bug. She had a bug with the BP team up where I think she literally did less damage with her shield up or with the shield or something. I think they fixed it to my knowledge. But there was a bad Penny bug with the BP team up. So, yeah, she goddamn good. She's goddamn good. Emma, I think Emma actually is up here as well in the S tier. I think these are your tanks of the season. These are the tanks you play almost every game. You can't just basically lock one tank and only play that tank the entire season. We will give you a best in slot, but I think that these are pretty much your tanks for the season. There is one more that I'm going to throw up here as a potential, but we'll get there. But Emma's almost like Emma's back to her old self, right? She's sturdy. Her ult is still very, very valuable, like for pulling people out of support ults. The team up with Mag is phenomenal. Her Mantis team up is phenomenal because Mantis is super good this season. Mantis is like legitimately worthy to ban in ranked. So it gives you really high damage onto tanks and lets you build up your left click quickly. So yeah, you're missing a tank. Angela is S with the Star-Lord team up. No. No. Anyways, yeah, I think, yeah, please don't say I'm missing a tank. Like, I'm going to think I'm missing one on the list. There's a difference of disagreement, but like, regardless, though, yeah, Emma's super good. Emma's super good. She basically got all her buffs back, so she's back to full power to basically what she was before. And the Mantis team up is extremely good. So I think the Mantis team up is better than the Luna team up. Straight up, I think the Mantis team up is better than the Luna team up. Personal opinion. It's the man, the myth, the legend. It's him. He's him. I'm sorry. He works with everybody. Look at the rest of this list. Works with Tank Pool. Enhanced with Emma. Works well with Thing. Works well with Venom. Literally, Venom Mag is like one of the go-to pro comps. Go to the next level. Works decently with Penny. Works well with Hulk. I think you could play him. You could, if you said this season, if I could only play one tank and I can't play anything else, how do I win? You could find a way to win every game on Mag. I think you can find a way to win every game on Mag. I think you literally could. You can get the extra range with the wand to team up, or you could have the extra power with the Emma team up and having Emma on your team, and you run basically triple tank. Genuinely. So, anyways, though, there's your tanks. There's your tanks. Okay, the big rework of the season. The glow up of the century, might I say. I think she's actually disgustingly good. Like, disgusting. Like, I'm actually thinking about maybe even here. There's a couple others I want to put here. So I'm going to put it here. But she's really fucking good. Really, 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 really good. She does so much damage. Honestly, at the end of this, I might bump her up. I want to see how the rest of these shake up as I work my way through them. Genuinely might even put this up into the S tier. She's genuinely that good. She is that good. S tier, if you can land the ults, that's true. If you can land the ults, that's probably... You know what? I might just do it. I really wanted to be careful, you know? And I want to just like throw people into S tier to throw them into S tier. But she really might deserve it. I think she deserves it. I think she does deserve it. I wanted to wait till like later on and then maybe move her up, but I'm going to just do it now. Maybe I can move her down after. If I don't think it's worth it, but she's goddamn good. She's goddamn that good. I swear. Like, listen, I know all the Widow players are upset, but like, guys, like, I understand like the Widow players liked the sniping aspect, but snipers and hero shooters always have major issues. It is probably way better for it to be reworked and be a playable hero that's not a throw pick for like 99% of players instead of catering to the less than or the 1% of people that actually know how to and play the character. Like it just doesn't really make sense to you. Like, you got like as respectfully as possible as all the Widow players, you can adapt. You'll be okay. You know. Dino team up. Arguably the best anti-dive character in the game. Better than Bucky. Bucky's lost most of his CC, so genuinely might be the best anti-dive character in the game. If you haven't seen, so the Dino team up, it's fucking huge when you put the trap down. It's a giant AoE trap. And it just fucking eats people. Any diver in your backline, throw a trap on the ground. They come anywhere near it, dead. Dead. Instantly dead. You can just save your backline. Like, listen, if you're a DPS player this season, and you're like, oh, they're playing dive. Hey, yo, tanks, can you guys swap to thing? Nah, you swap to Elsa, buddy. Swap to Elsa. You swap to Elsa first. That's your job now. Guess what? Before, in the past, it was the tank players who saved the back line with the thing. Nah, it's on you. Elsa's available. Get to swapping. Get to swapping, buddy. It's funny. His Psylocke team up is actually really good. Like, you can blow people up. But I just don't see anyone using it. I don't know. Maybe he's just an alt merchant. Might be. I think you need to have the enhanced version, though, of the Psylocke team up for him to actually be good. Also, I think when you have the Psylocke one out, you can't do the one-shots. You have to, like, swap ammos, right? Yeah, I just haven't seen him, if I'm honest with you. I know he should be better with that team up, but I just haven't seen him. I haven't seen him. That's it. Okay, Hela. Can I be honest with you? I think Hela's overrated as fuck. I think Hela is only permaban because of how many team-ups she enables. I think she's super strong, but I think that she's not, like, the demon of the lobby. I think it's the team-ups that are more than anything. I think if you took away all her team-ups, like her insane team-ups that she gave other people, and just left her there, I don't know if she'd be a permaban like she is right now. I think she's like the new Hulk. Like, she's strong, just like Hulk, back in the day. Hulk was strong, but people were more scared of his team-ups than scared of Hulk, right? I think it's kind of the same thing. I don't think she's bad by any means, by the way. I think she's still strong. I just don't think she's the unkillable demon that she was before. I don't know. Ooh, hot take time. Hot take time. I think Torch is really good. I'm actually surprised I haven't seen more of them. Maybe it's because the strong characters like Hela, Elsa, Widow, Phoenix. Maybe when we get there, we'll kind of keep them keep him in check just a little bit. But I actually think he's really good. B is too low. I actually kind of agree with you. I actually think B is too low. But there's just so many good hit scans right now that I feel like he doesn't, like, he's good on certain maps, right? Like the Hollow Tajalia, or like the one where you push the statue. The museum map. I'm trying to think where else. I don't think there's one other. There might be one more map that he's really good on. Yeah, I mean, even this, I think I'd probably put him like a little more over here. I think he's really good. I just haven't seen that many torches, and I think it's mostly the prevalence of really strong hit scans still that's kind of keeping him in check, because you have to get really close. Overall, though, I think actually this could be even higher. Iron Fist. Iron Fist is a weird one. Iron Fist is a weird one because I've seen a lot of Iron Fist, but I don't think he's that strong. I just think he's like solid. He's solid, but not running you down. Like, I think he's like an easier pick than, not easier, sorry, more consistent pick than Torch. Like, Torch has higher highs and lower lows. You could just pick Iron Fist most games and like just kind of do some stuff, you know? I don't have a whole lot to say about Iron Fist. I just see a lot of them, and like they don't really like scare me, but like they don't feed either. They just do okay. Solid character. Iron Man. I think Iron Man was the great debate. I think the Gamma team ups that came back, like they just hard nerfed them. With Iron Man specifically, they didn't just nerf the Gamma team up, they also just nerfed his base kit in general, to the point where like the Thor team up was apparently better, which is kind of disgusting. Why is the Thor team up better? And then they nerfed it. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I think they're scared. I think they're scared of another flyer meta. Because like, if you guys don't know, flyers are like kind of disgustingly OP from like bronze to plat, because people don't look up and they can't aim. No offense. That's just kind of the reality. So they feel more cheesed by flyers. That's why Ultron has such a crazy win rate in those ranks. It's like the highest win rate in the game. Yeah, Iron Man is just kind of a sad story, to be honest. Magic. So Magic, I've not seen a whole lot of this season. The couple times I've actually bumped into a Magic that has a Strange is disgusting. The chaining up your entire team, they just basically all go cry in the corner. But Magic's always been like the slip under the radar dive character that's really strong, but not played all the time. She's had the highest win rate in the game for DPS for a very long time. There's a reason for that. The Strange team up, I think, is just very good. You get Strange Magic together, Magic can run the lobby, but you don't see them that often. And also the Magic players are smart and they swap when they're getting countered. So, Mr. Fanta. So I think Mr. Fanta, if you're in console specifically, this is not going to apply to you. This is not going to apply to you if you're in console. I think that he didn't get much. Like the team ups that he got, like the fucking Luffy team up where he fucking has the giant fist, just doesn't really do anything. It just gives him some extra range. He doesn't have any big superpower. Like Hawkeye got a big power up. Torch got some power ups. Thor got some power up. Like most of these characters got power ups in some way. He just got extra range. You know, it was not anything like super powerful, I guess. The Thing team up, by the way, makes his TTK worse. Didn't know that, but I'm not surprised. I think he's a really good console character and like metal ranks pick, especially if like you don't want to play tank, but you need another tank. So you run one tank and then a Fanta because people are like, oh, he's like a tank hybrid. I think he's a good character to have for a game. He's a healthy character for a game like this where it's open queue and people need to play two tanks and they might not want to play two tanks, and like a DPS player will be like, oh, I'll play Fanta because I can tank and I can DPS, you know? Same thing with like a tank player who doesn't feel like playing tank. So I think he gets value to the game. I just don't think he gets value anywhere above like those metal ranks or on console. Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight's pretty butt cheeks. I think he's kind of also fallen off a cliff. They nerfed him really hard. His ult's like still okay, I guess. Like he just there's nothing really good to say here. Situationally good, not even. Like the only thing I could say situationally is good for breaking spawn holds, and I think Storm is better. I don't know. He fell off a cliff for me at least. Namor. I think Namor's a solid pick. I think Namor's slightly overrated right now for anti-dive. I think Elsa's so much better. I think Bucky is better. Hell, I think that like you could play like just, well, I guess from the DPS role, that's probably it. Did you hear that fart? Yeah, those are probably it. Everything else you'd want to play like aggressively. But if you're playing like the best anti-dive character, I think like Elsa's better. Bucky's better. I wouldn't play Namor unless you absolutely have to, but he's still good. He's still good for sure. Phoenix. I think Phoenix is solid. I think Phoenix is really, really, really solid. But I think I overrated her in my band tier list. So when I remade my band tier list, I think it was a day or two after the buffs, after the patch notes. And we saw a lot of Phoenix like for those 2 days. And then I think a lot of people realized that she's still strong like she used to be, but not anywhere close to the same power. I think it was almost like PTSD. I'm not gonna say Daredevil levels of PTSD, because people still do ban her sometimes, but I don't think she's like a run the lobby character, at least at the moment. I think she's much weaker this season. I think she's low A at best. Low A at best. Her team up with Hela is pretty good. And then what's her other team up? It's like with Hela and what's the other one? Got your clip? Okay, good. I think he's actually really good. I think he's pretty strong. He's easy to counter. Before I make anything, I want you to explain, chatter. How is Spidey easy to counter this season? I want you to explain it to me. Because I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it. White Fox? Can't wait to put White Fox on this list. Hela. Oh, just shoot him? Oh, why didn't I think of that? Just shoot him. Just shoot him in the head. Oh my God. Just click on his head. Shotgun Punisher? So you're going to camp your backline with Shotgun Punisher? Ah. Just shoot him in the head. Just camp your backline. All the supports have invincibility items. I agree with that. See, that's the one good take, actually. You don't kill him. You just survive him. The reason why I was actually going to put him here was because I think he actually does have a good amount of kill potential this season. However, all the supports have a bunch of new buttons. So the higher you climb, the better people are using those buttons, and so it's actually harder to get value out of them. However, though, I think the Spidey players are very, 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 very guilty of every season underrating their hero because they're afraid of getting nerfs from Guang Guang. I think the least ethical, least integrity having player base of their hero is the Spidey players. I think they will lie to your face even if the character is good and tell you he's bad. They will lie straight to your face and tell you that he is good, or sorry, he's bad even when he's good. You know who doesn't do that? The non-dive tank players. If you look historically, most tank players actually said that their own characters need to be nerfed. Spidey players, you're the opposite. You're the opposite. Cyclops bullies Spidey. Last season or this season? Last season or this season? Because if you're saying this season, giant red fucking X in loud incorrect button. He's actually pretty damn good. I think Spidey players just lie. I think they genuinely lie. I think they have no integrity. Actually, there is one new thing. The new symbol of throwing. The new symbol of throwing. That's I forgot. There is actually a place for it. I forgot about that. Oh man, I mean Widow, because look at Widow's gone. Widow has escaped the jail. Honestly, happy for Widow, genuinely. It's about time Widow shook that off, but someone else now has to take the crown, you know. Okay, next. Star-Lord. I think Star-Lord's extremely good. I think he did take a big hit with the, what was it, the nerf he got? Was it ammo nerf, or did he take he got a nerf with the new season? So he's still very strong, but not like a play every game. Like the guys in S tier are pretty much a play every game. So what was the nerf he got? Did he get a range nerf? I thought that was the season before. What was the nerf he got? He got something. He lost the bonus health on his roll. You're right. Okay, so he lost a little bit of survivability. That's why you can't play as aggressive with him. That's what it is. Because I haven't seen as many of them. I do see them every once in a while, especially if Gambit's in play. Like if you have Gambit in play, Star-Lord's such a good pick if you have Gambit in play. But if you don't have Gambit in play, it's a little bit harder. So still very strong though. I think he's still very good, just a little bit more difficult. Storm. My hot take of the season is I think Storm is extremely good. I think Storm is actually really fucking good. I don't know if I'm really willing to put her in A tier though. I think she's probably about here. I think we need more time. I think people are still afraid to play her. Yeah, she's kind of still Spidey food though. You're right, with Spidey being good. The fucking Spider-Man players. Oh my god, my character's so what? Shut up. I think that she needs more time to really fall into the meta of where she is, or people just to figure her out. I just haven't seen that many of them. But I do think she's better than people are letting on. I think if you wanted to pick up a character right now and get really good at and probably climb hard, I think if you got good at Storm and actually picked Storm a lot of times, you could probably get a lot of wins. Unfortunately, I just don't have enough experience on it, and I also haven't seen enough of it, so I can't put it much higher. But I think this is the underrated of the season. Storm Screen Shake is unplayable though. I thought they fixed that. Didn't they fix that? Yeah, easy.
I'm in Eternity right now and SG is way more played than Hawkeye, Phoenix and Torch. No offense, but her that low is just hate on your end.
As respectfully as possible. If your evidence to anything is anecdotal, well, I haven't seen that. First off, it's always going to be subjective. Second off, I just don't believe you. Third off, saying it's just hate is just stupid. Like genuinely like dumbassery to the highest extent. And although, so by the way, normally I keep TTS off for these. Alerts just kick back on. Alerts have been broken all day. No, the alerts are fixed now because now I can click my button so that they fixed it. Yeah, so I'm going to be real with you. Nah. I'm just going to say nah and nah. Anyways, sorry, we got knocked off track. Punisher. So Punisher is, I'm just going to spoil it. I think Punisher might be the best DPS in the game. I think Elsa and Punisher are tied. I think these two are genuinely tied right now. I'm going to put both of them. Who cares? Who can stop me? I'm going to put both of them. I think both of them are tied for like the best characters in the game for DPS. I think you can pick either one and win most of your games. Punisher has so many things going for him. You have the shotgun for anti-dive or melting tanks. He just puts out really high damage with his left click all the time. His ult is fight winning. Especially if you ban mag, you win no matter what. You will always win a fight with Punisher ult. Yeah, he's just disgusting. Never mind the Rocket team up. Rocket team up cuts through Thing, cuts through Groot, puts big pressure on Emma and Mag, puts big pressure on Venom, puts big pressure on Penny, puts pressure on Hulk when he's in your backline, puts pressure on Strange, can help with Cap, a little bit less on Cap because like you don't really want to drop it for it, can melt Thor, doesn't really do much for Angela, you just kind of just play normally, and absolutely fucks Dino in the butthole, like 16, like you literally just make him never want to see the light of day ever again. So I think he's actually really fucking good. Elsa, same thing. Elsa's also extremely strong. So I'm actually gonna put both of them up there. Who cares? Who's gonna stop me, right? Bucky also is gonna be the last to join the S tier column. I actually slept on Bucky. I thought Bucky was good. I didn't think he was that good. Actually, the way my season went was I thought Bucky was insane because I played a couple of games where I was literally getting annihilated by Bucky's the entire time, and then I thought he fell off a cliff. And then I played with Suppress, and Suppress was like, Bucky's way better than you think. And I was like, okay. And so I started keeping an eye out more and more, and then he just started to climb up more as the season went on. And I gotta admit, he's fucking strong. So basically, you take the Elsa team up, you get Instincts, meaning you have a slower cooldown, and you can basically just never stop shooting. You can just keep holding left click the entire time and just using your abilities. So, yeah. Anyways, though, what? That's the guy who super chat said, I destroy most DPS when I'm on Elsa, Squirrel Girl, or Storm. It's just hate on your end. You guys just gotta read this thing, just so I don't know. You don't think I'm crazy. One big buff for her, and you'll say she's dog trash like Wanda. You said that for 8 seasons. Where was I? Oh yeah, Bucky really good. Okay, let's move on. I hate to say it, and I think probably in triple support he's probably insane. So Funny Cloak and Dagger in a couple seasons I've thought is overrated, even when she's really strong. This is probably the first time in a while I don't think she's overrated. I think she's just genuinely really strong. The reason why I think she's genuinely really strong is because she has multiple bailout abilities now. She has technically 3. 1, which is the new freeze. 2, which is fade. 3, which is bubble. So bubble gives burst healing. So you can freeze yourself for 1, and then you get pressured again. You can fade, or you can bubble yourself, right? And then you're healing yourself in the bubble in your teammate. And then you can obviously fade away, and you can cycle them through. Like, she almost has no time where she doesn't have something to save herself. And then obviously you have the ult as well. So she's basically immortal if she actually knows how to play the game. The good news is most Cloak and Daggers don't know how to cycle all of their cooldowns. So, except now they don't fade, they just save themselves. Actually, I was actually going to make a point about that. Many times now, if you pressure them, they just freeze and then they just let your other support go boom, as opposed to swapping and fading. Why is that? The freeze is an easier button to hit. Like, you just hit it in one frame and you're frozen, as opposed to swapping to cloak and then fading away. So you actually let your other support die way more often, which is very interesting. It's like a bit of an adjustment for players versus Cloak and Dagger. And Cloak and Dagger players really need to catch up, which they have not. Not much to really say here, guys. I'm just going to throw him at the top. He's been permabanned. He still is permabanned. He will not leave permaban jail. So he has to be one of the best in slots. I'm going to put 2 supports in best in slot, but he's just been permabanned. If you play a game where you have Gambit available, you basically both teams sit there and wait till your Gambit has ult, and then you run the enemy team down. That's basically it. I don't know what it's like, obviously, from bronze to like diamond, but that's how it works from GM Plus, is you just sit there and you farm your Gambit ults, and then your better Gambit wins the game. I'm sorry. That's just how it works. I wish it didn't work that way, but unfortunately, we never get to see many games without it, and whenever those games happen, it's just like you have a Gambit player on your team, and the other team doesn't, or they don't have like a normal Gambit player, and then whoever has the better Gambit wins. Sucks, but is the truth. Jeffy. So I think Jeffy's not the best, but he's not horrible. I think he's like a solid B. I think he's okay. He just doesn't have like the same power of a defensive ult right now, and I feel like so many characters have save abilities, so like he actually can't get that big of eats anymore. There's a lot of ways to kill him, especially with Namor being strong, Bucky being strong. Hela being strong. There's a lot of ways you can kind of shut him down. He's decent versus dive, but honestly, like Jeff and Rocket both had this ability where they were like really good versus dive because they could stay alive, and now all the other supports have the ability to stay alive. So it's like, now what do you do? Do you get what I'm saying? What do you do now? He's Black Cat food. I actually don't know what the interaction is between Black Cat and Jeff, if I'm honest with you. And I don't think his team ups are anything crazy. It's the Venom team up and the Deadpool team up. I don't think either of them are really that valuable, at least currently. Invis. Invis is very strong. I think I have to put Invis here. She's slightly below Cloak and Dagger, I'd say. Flame Shield is good. She's very solid. Her ult's much better now because they buffed it. Has really good survivability. Depending on what supports are banned, Invis is always a good pick. But I would just say there's just unfortunately better at the moment with Cloak and some other ones, which we'll get to. Obviously Gambit. But yeah, I hate to say it, but like there's nothing wrong with Invis. She's fine. Invis is genuinely fine. She's genuinely a good character. Just slightly better options potentially right now, especially versus dive or even versus poke. Jubilee. I'm just gonna be that guy. I'm a Jubilee hater. I don't like her. I think she's overrated as fuck. That could change later as people get to play her more often. I just never win with a Jubilee on my team. I can never win with a Jubilee. The only thing that she does that seems slightly useful is the fucking 6-second flashbang. Have you seen Aramori player? But like, Aramori is a former pro player and he's extremely good at support. That is not everyone, right? Over time, that could change. But right now, I don't want one on my team. It's just not good to have. I lose if I have a Jubilee on my team and they don't, and they run fucking Cloak Luna or some shit, I'm losing. I'm losing every goddamn time. I'm always losing. It just doesn't do anything for us. Her ult is just a worse Luna ult. You know? She's better than Jeff. Is she better than Jeff? Jeff at least has a couple things that I kind of like out of him, right? Speed boost is being the big one. Speed boost being the big one. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I guess she better than Jeff? Maybe. I can win a game with a Jeff on my team. I have not won any games with the Jubilee. I'm sorry. I just can't. That's just the truth. That's just the truth for me. She might change in like 2 or 3 weeks. People might not know how to play her. She might know how to play. People might not know how to play her in like 2 or 3 weeks. But right now, no one knows how to play her. And she's ass. What they do, all the Jubilee players that I play with, they put the fucking orb on themselves and they fucking... and they juice it up to 100 and they stand in it. But then, like, then what? Like, what is she doing after that? That's it. Not doing nothing. You know? You're conflating the character being ass with the person being ass with the character. Okay. And every game that I have a Jubilee, they're fucking ass. So, if I come to the conclusion that, if I queue up a game and people are fucking ass with the character and they're not good at it and I can't win a fucking game with one on my team, that means everyone in the game sucks unless you're a pro player. Which is true, right? If you look at it from that point of view, anyone who's not a pro player sucks at this game. Here's the difference, though. They're the minority. They're literally like there's 100 of them. Or everyone else, it's fucking ass, at least. Or they don't know how to play it and it's been ass. So, like, are you wrong? Am I wrong? Maybe. But, like, every game I play, they're not good. And they're not good at the hero. And then we lose every game. So, like, for a good example, let's say Black Widow before, right? If you had a good Black Widow that was getting damage boosted with Mantis, they could run the lobby, right? How many Widow players were doing that? Answer me correct. Answer me honestly. How many games would you load up and you have a Widow player pre-rework with Mantis damage boost that ran the whole lobby because they could headshot and kill everybody? Like 2? There was like 2 in existence? Maybe 3? And then how many games where someone picked Widow and they fucking threw your game? Hate to break it to you, you know? Sorry. Let's move on, shall we? Loki. So Loki always basically depends on how good the other support is. So Gambit being in play and being really strong, valuable. Mantis is very strong. They have a good team up. That's probably what boosts him more than anything. And then the other supports being strong, like Luna is really good. Cloak, I'm not sure if you run Cloak Loki. I mean, you can, but mostly this is because of Gambit. I'd say Luna or Cloak, I guess, is fine, but the triple support Mantis. It's mostly Gambit, Loki, / Mantis, Loki, triple support, I would say is like the 3, but he's pretty strong. Luna is an easy S tier. Luna has a new team up with White Fox. You don't even need to have enhanced version, just the normal version. You can cleanse any hard CC. You get Strange ulted, hit C. You get frozen, hit C. You get slept, hit C. No matter what has happened to you, even after it stuns you, Emma grabs you, hit C. You can get out of anything. I think Hulk Slam's the only one you can't get out of. Everything else you can get out of. And it's a charm, so you can stop ults. You have your own freeze still. She still has all the power she used to have. Her ult's still really good. She is just arguably the support to have every game. They did nerf her damage. Like if you put the self snowflake and you go around and try to go DPS Luna, they did nerf that. But I think they gave back compensation where she heals now more. If you have the snowflake on yourself, I think you do like 20% more healing. So you can either give the snowflake to your teammate and heal them, or you can keep it on yourself and do even more healing. So a couple ways to go about it. Mantis. So this reason why I put Gambit up top and then said there was going to be one more is Mantis was who I had in mind. So I'm not as confident anymore that Mantis can be run in 2 support and ranked because they nerfed it, but I don't think it's impossible. I think it really depends on what your other support is, but Mantis is arguably a permaban. Like, you genuinely will get big value banning that every game. And I'm not even saying you need to run triple support. Like, you could technically run the Star-Lord team up. Oh, one thing. Hang on. I have one complaint. The Mantis Adam team up. So basically, if you die, you have res. If you choose not to use it, by the way, when you die, it automatically kicks in. The way it should work is if I choose to res, then it goes on cooldown. If I choose not to res, it still goes on cooldown. So you always want to res. I got a game where I played Mantis and I got flamed because I had the most deaths on our team because I kept resing every time I needed to be resed, or I died and I had the cooldown, because otherwise you just waste the ability. So I would die twice a fight sometimes because you literally, if you don't use it, you lose it. But stats wise, it looks horrible because sometimes like I would die like third to last or something, or second to last, and then I would res because it's gonna go on cooldown anyways, and get a second death, which is stupid. You should be able to choose when to res with it or not. The Star-Lord team up makes it so you do more healing, like you have a more burst healing, so like it's better for the 2 support, right? So like in 2 support you want to use the Star-Lord one, in 3 support you probably want to use the Adam one. Regardless though, she's arguably a permaban, really good. Yeah, Rocket fell off a cliff. So Rocket, unfortunately, well, let's talk about Rocket. So he didn't really get much with the big power season, right? His healing is a little bit low compared to what it needs to be. Luna just got buffed. Cloak got buffed like crazy. Mantis got some crazy buffs. Invis gets crazy buffs. Loki obviously was really good, and always depends on the other supporter that's with him. Rocket didn't really get anything with that, unfortunately. So he's like sort of similar to the same power level he was before. If anything, a little worse because they made his ult charge slower. And then I think also, yeah, they also changed the ult so it scales. So the closer you are to the actual ult, you get max damage boost. The further away you are, after like, I think 8 meters or less, it significantly drops off. So the damage boost Rocket actually is significantly worse than it was before at range. So unless you're like right on top of the beacon, so you actually get a lot less value out of it now. So not only is the ult worse, you charge it less, and he also didn't get anything compared to everyone else getting buffs. So like, remember I was saying before, everyone shifted up? If anything, Rocket shifted slightly down. So Rocket was really good last season, but he shifted slightly down while everyone else went way, way up. Does that make sense? Wait, what? Why is that a thing? That's literally what they did. Like, that's part of the balance changes from the season, was they made it so the further away from the Rocket ult you are, I think it's less damage amp for sure. I don't know if it's less shield. But it's definitely less damage amp for sure. Ultron. I think Ultron's really good. I bet this guy's probably a perma pick in pro play. Probably perma pick. Triple support Mantis, and then either like Luna, Cloak, Gambit, whoever's available, or they allow it to be played. Basically a pick ban in pro play. I think every other rank, I think bronze through plat probably runs the lobby if you actually pick them, because they can't look up. Everywhere else, just a solid pick. Just solid, but you have to run triple support at that point. You can't play him with single, but you can play him, or sorry, double support. But you can play him in triple, and he's actually pretty damn good. But most people don't want to play triple support. Like, even if you load into a rank game and you're like, let's play triple support here, I'll play Ultron, and you're willing to be the DPS player who plays Ultron, most people will just say no, and then they'll swap to a second DPS and force you to a different support, you know? So it's like, you know, like there's not really like you don't get to play them that much because people do not want to play with triple support. They'd rather just play what they want to play. So if you actually wanted to win every game possible, you would force teams to try to figure out how to play around triple support Ultron. And that's a good thing. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's just the reality of the situation. But Ultron can't play outside of triple support. So you can't play the character unless you have triple support. But when he is in triple support, he's insane. Does that make sense? Oh, these might be the hot takes of the season. I'm just doing it. I think White Fox is horrible. I think she's horrendous. I cannot buy a win. Like, I complained about Jubilee before. I think White Fox is even worse. I think nothing has been worse than loading in and getting the White Fox player who insta-locks and does not swap. She does nothing. The only thing she used to be good at was she was really good versus dive because she could brawl, and they've nerfed all of those things. And then a season with dive comes along, and they made Cloak and Dagger insane. So it's like she can't do anything. She does not have the healing capacity to keep up versus poke. She does not have the survivability to save anyone versus dive. She doesn't have the ability to brawl. What does she do? What does she do? What does she do? She doesn't do anything. She does nothing. She boosts Iron Fist? Does he really even need it? Awful. Awful. I'm sorry, awful. Awful. So bad, and so much so, I think support pool is technically better. I think support pool is slightly better than White Fox now, in a weird way. Because you can at least pick this guy and win one fight with him because you walk out of spawn and have an insta ult. He at least has a value, right? If you have 1 minute and you need to walk out of spawn and have an instant support ult to walk them down with Jackpot, at least he can do something. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything. I'm sorry. She doesn't do anything. She's awful. They nerfed her too hard. They nuked her. And I think White Fox is a cool character. I think they went too hard on the nerfs, but she's just butt. Anytime I load into a game and someone picks White Fox, I know it's over. She enhances the Luna team up. You literally don't need it. Luna base form team up is all you need. The enhanced version, all it does is instead of throwing the Fox out, it comes back. That's it. You still get the same cleanse and everything you have. It goes out and it doesn't come back. That's it. All it does is come back. That's what the team up is. That's all it does. I missed your thoughts on Cap. Why is Cap in C tier? This is what I deal with every day, by the way. It's why I can't take it seriously when people are like, oh my god, I hate your tier list. Your tier list sucks. I just can't take it seriously anymore. I just can't. I genuinely just can't take it serious anymore. Like everyone thinks they're a genius. And it's just like, he literally just asked a question. Open your fucking eyes. And second off, by the way, the answer to that is just check the VOD. This is not the first tier list, guys. Whenever I make these, I've gone through them all. So it's like, oh shit, if you're really curious, you can just go back. I don't know why it's like that. By the way, get your fucking bitch ass back to the beginning. Get your bitch ass back there. Because if you just always scroll to the end and just you're like, oh, I know everything. I'm sorry, you don't. You don't know anything. You are stupid. You are dumb. You are unsure on what anything is supposed to be. You're not going to hear the explanations. You're not going to hear why things are where they are. You might think, oh my god, this is really high, but it's only high because it's good and ranked in most of these ranks, and then at the top level, it's not very good. Or it might be up there because it's only really good at the top level, and I think other people haven't caught up yet, you know? People are just too lazy to watch the video. People are way too lazy to watch the video. But anyways, regardless though, get your ass back there. But there you go. There is your Season 9 tier list. Again, I told you at the beginning, I'm going to tell you again. One, these are tier lists that are always subjective. They're supposed to be just basically yaps about the game and yaps about the meta and about how things are forming. And this is probably the highest chance of being incorrect because of how different the game is. The game is very different from day 1, day 2, day 3. Then after day 3, it started to settle a little bit more. And then around day 5 or 6, it changed significantly again. But since then, it's settled, right? So now it's been about a little over a week. It's settled a little bit since then. So it's I'm a little bit more confident now, but it's probably people are going to find something that's broken next week, and it's going to change completely. So who knows? We'll see. But there you go. There's your Season 9 tier list. Murdoch, thank you for tier 1, by the way. Also, any of you guys that subbed or downloaded or anything like that. But yeah. Why didn't you say just watch the VOD? You doing too much when you ask a question. You weird like that. Because they said, why is Cap in C tier? It's in fucking B. So I'm telling you to open your fucking eyes. And then if you're really confused, then go to the VOD. I got it, brother. No, I wasn't talking. I was talking about the other guy. Sorry. No, you're good. You're good. Just answer nicely. No. 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 Alerts are back. Yeah. No. The answer's no. The answer's no. Okay.